Hello fans of Marvel Heroes, my name is Wilfred Wong, and as you know, I make guides for this game called Marvel Heroes, and check out the link below and the description of the video. Once in a while, I come across a hero or a build that I really feel passionately excited about, and this happened to be a Rook build that I'd like to share with you. Now, Rook can be pretty complex to play, and because of the diversity, you can borrow powers from heroes or steal powers from the villains, and it can get a little bit overwhelming if you are new players because there's so many powers you can pick and which one is really good for you. I have in the past made guide for Rook, and I think the Rook's pros and cons are such. The pros, of course, like I mentioned before, there are so many powers, so many possibility. But the cons is that because everything keeps changing, so whatever you have settled, you gear for, and you're happy about what you're having. And then after a while, there are new team up or new heroes that come up, and you think, well, should I redo certain things and do again? I mean, it is a good thing, but sometimes we also enjoy some kind of like a certainty in doing things in a more timeless manner. Now, what if I tell you that I found a guide on Rook whereby majority of power I use Rook's power, and Rook's power is pretty timeless on its own, which model after Captain Marvel. And what if I tell you that she only used villain power in this build? You don't need to look for a friend who has a certain hero or a certain team up. Even it's very hard sometimes to find a certain team up, and if you're new to the game and you don't really have a lot of friends, how do you ask who has what team up and so on based on some other guys and so on? Now, why if I'm going to tell you that this build is very, very tanky but yet very effective? In fact, the damage output kind of surprised me, because I thought, well, I'm picking only Rook's power, I'm picking only villain power, I'm not picking any hero power. Can I do something about it? And I found it, and I'm really happy about it. I would like to share with you that all the powers that I picked up, they synergize with one another. Each one of them has their own purpose in the whole entire spectrum of all the powers you have. And I fit into almost one hotbar. There's only one single power. There's a 1 minute cooldown. I need to hotbar down to another kind of like a power. But by and large, everything just one single hotbar. No need to dance around. No need to observe cooldown everywhere. It is not a rotational per se. It's a lot of it is a priority system as well as to react to the situation. So it becomes a little bit like you play a hero, and every power is something that you have a purpose in doing, not just running through the same rotation like every 8 seconds do this and do this and do that. So there isn't. And in terms of gearing perspective, you could do a okay job if you just pick the standard gear, or if you go a little bit extra mile and just farm a little bit hard and get a certain gear, and you realize that, wow, the hybrid build, not only hybrid on energy, mental and physical, mind you, is hybrid on range and melee as well. And this whole gearing actually pays off on this Rook, that it's just too good to be true. And I think this build here is very all-rounded, and it's very much it has a good single power as well as a good area power coverage as well. Very tanky and pretty decent DPS. Now, I must admit that there are many builds out there. I'm pretty sure that that there will be build there that's much higher damage output than what I'm having. That there will be build that's so many variation here. I don't claim this one to be the best one, but I think as a new players, and if you do not need to look for heroes to borrow power, everything is just villain. I'll tell you where you can get it from. Everything is based on Rook's power, and voila. I mean, you have a very nice Rook to sort of play, and super tanky as well. I brought her to Axis, and with my Rook, I could eat 100 stacks of Sentinel kind of debuff, and it's alright. It's really alright. So I will show you the rotation and the powers that I've selected first, just to introduce to you before I head to a Cosmic Danger Room to show you a little bit about how she plays that, and after that I talk about a build, talk about gear and so on. Alright. let's start with introducing her powers to you, to at least get you familiar with what I'm picking. And later on, when you watch her play the Cosmic Danger Room, you kind of relate to what I'm talking about. Now, the main spender, I'm picking the Crushing Blows, which is very much, if you have played like the Miss Marvel, I think this one is modeled after the Haymaker kind of punch kind of thing. So it's very, very huge punching because it's 40% to elite and boss as enemy. All right. So the next one is also Rook's power. It's called the Rumble Slam, which is something like this. And if you play Captain Marvel as well, she has this crash down strike. Same thing. It's just like strike into a target, and you can do it every 8 seconds. So it's an 8-second cooldown, and they apply the vulnerability as well, 10% for 8 seconds. So it's a very nice, decent power that hit pretty hard around the area. So you can get out and then you can go back in again. Right. So it's very nice. It get back to the system. Now that is a physical power. These two are physical power. Then the next one I'd like to introduce is the from the slug is a Lavalanche. Now if you notice, my Rook actually has a pretty high health. Now I don't gear for health at all. Artifacts or my costume, none of them really go into health. And this one, because of the passive that I'm picking, support I'm picking, this one actually get increased by 66% just because of her health. Right? I mean, I don't really do anything to help. It's just have that kind of high health. So that become an energy power that they have. You have that from Slug, and if you can't get that power because it's from Raid, and by the way, Green Raid is very easy to get into these days. You can use Electro when you're level, and after that switch to Lavalanche. And now after that, I like this minus Titans, minus Destruction. Great stuff because it beams it and also it explodes around as well. So it does like an area damage. It kind of like direct hit and an area splash damage as well. 4 seconds. Animation is super fast, so it doesn't really get into the way. So now with the 3 powers, with the 1, 2, 3 power, you have already buffed up your hybrid gear, everything that all the melee and range. So if you are using a unique ring, like this type of cross prop between the range and melee, if you use in interstellar exploration in the Omega system, whereby you gain an extra buff when you're doing both energy and both melee and range, you get all this buff as well. And as you deal the 3 damage type, you get a maximum you can get from the interstellar exploration, as well as from the hybrid gear that you have, legendary, the rune words, the artifact, everything buffed up to the max. After that, what do? You can do like the vaulted uppercut, also similar to what you have in Miss Marvel, which is something like this. All right, just like a uppercut. Now, but that is just just the basic stuff, right? The real thing that gel this whole thing, this whole build is this guy here, which is called the Kunlun Styles. You can get it from Iron Fist in the Hightown Patrol. It's a villain power. This guy is fantastic. It recovers the spirit, so I don't have spirit issue. But for new players, if you don't have the hybrid gear, you may run into a spirit issue. But the great thing about this one is they buff. It buffs the when you do a Rumble Slam, which I have on my A button, I get extra 20%, close to 20% extra damage from all my Rook power. The marvelous physics it buffs close to 20%. Now 20% plus the 10% vulnerability, debuff is humongous. I mean, you multiply that one to it's huge, and that's why I really like about that. But not only that. When you do this stance, which is the dragon stance, your vaulting uppercut also get buffed with the mental power component to it. So when you do the buff here, this power will hit not only with the physical direct attack, not only with the twice per second, but also with the mental component to it that is buffed by your Kunlun style support power. Is wonderful. And I still use the Recall Overload, which is energy power, and after that I have the Gloss Off, which is on the F3. All right, and after that, what do I have for support? Well, what I have for support is the Osmian Skin, which is this one here. Now, this is fantastic. The great thing about this again, right, is that you have gained this charge here, which you would be able to regenerate as you use Rumble Slam. So Rumble Slam is every 8 seconds. Imagine every 8 seconds you can get up all the armor here, right? and then you can also absorb up to a certain amount of damage, which is fantastic. I mean, all these are like free med kit in some way, and that's why, you know, coupled with some of the core that you may have, she's super tanky. It's wonderful. So now, I mean, that's a lot of talking. So what I'll do is that I'll just run through one of the rotation for you so that you get a sense of how her rotation plays like, all right? Now it's rotation time, and pay attention to my buff window as well. You'll get an accuracy buff once I click or whatnot. So usually I'll do like a Kunlun styles to buff buff a lot of powers there. As I mentioned before, I'm not going to repeat that. And I'm going to run through this rotation here, all right? And then with this one, I can do an uppercut as well. And after that, I use claw off, and after that, do overload, all right? Then after that, at rotation time. I also would like to bring you the attention about all this power here, +7, +10 strength, which, you know, buff physical power, +8 energy, and also +28 fighting and intelligence as well is relevant. So so I'm going to do it right now. So I'm going to buff myself first. All right. So it's going to, all right. So it will be like that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Close off, and then after that do the signature. Right. So now all my thing is really high up there, and then I can buff it again to Dragon Stance while I'm doing a signature. All right. So there's no kind of like downtown here, and then do the thing, and then do the uppercut, and then do a slam in again, and then everything become like really powerful here, right? So, you know, and then now it's re-rotation, and the rotation is not boring as well, and then I do the uppercut, and then do a slam in as well. So it's really exciting, and if you go out, then you can also, like, you know, do a slam back in as well, you know, or do a signature. So there's a lot of mobility here. I really, really love the build, and I'm going to show you how she plays like in a Cosmic Danger Room. All right. Cosmic Danger Room, and this one is rather challenging. A bonus of it's 44 and 50, and I will be losing health as I use power, but spirit cost is 0, which I don't have any spirit issue, but it's just one of those that I have. Then, duplicated boss. Well, I think, you know, I thought it could be quite interesting. I need to destroy assets, so I think I'll just go in and have fun, right? So check whether I've got the Colossus skin or not. It's there. And there you go, fun time. I think I need to destroy something, and while I'm not along the way, and why not just do it here, right? So, alright, so uppercut and the signature here. Like, I'm absorbing a lot of power, a lot of damage here with the skin, right? So that's fine, right? So I've got 3 of them in, and I need to sort of like just have fun here. Right, this is the mental power there, right? Just go in a rumble, and after that do this one here, and do the uppercut as well. All right, so then the moment I can get a rumble in, then I'm like sorted again, then do a signature. How about that, right? Just swipe it through, sweep it across, man, sweep it across. And I need to destroy assets anyway. And don't forget the Iron Fist kind of thing. And as when you need to get out, you can still have range power, so it's very versatile. You get range and melee and stuff like that. Then after that, rumble as well. Then you know, this one here. Then do the minus thing, uppercut, and that's it, right? And you know, main spender a little bit. Be careful, don't get too adventurous. All right, so again, signature time. Just destroy stuff. I need to destroy assets anyway. Oops, there's a lot of environment as well. This is not an easy one, so I have to be a little bit careful. Alright, but so far so good. It's really enjoyable, this whole Cosmic Danger Room. Alright, so you know, Iron Fist stands, and after that go and rumble in, you know, then do a Lavalanche and the uppercut, and then do another one as well. Okay, and then then I can again use my signature. Alright, just move around and get some of this asset destroyed. So yeah, that is all really. Don't forget stands. All right, uppercut. So very good. It's very enjoyable. All right. All right. If anything, just move away again and then rumble in, and you get the full armor again to absorb all the damage that you need. All right. So there's really no sweat, man. Uppercut again. When you do oh, it's a boss, is it? When you do a stance, then you can do uppercut. All right. So let me just destroy some of these guys as well. Okay, fun time. Okay, so fanning them out like that one. Probably I need to gloss off and then do a signature there. Alright, so that is sweep, 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 and then after that do a stance here, rumble in, then do a minus Titan thingy, and do uppercut. Wow, stay away from that, but it's okay, I ate it, I think. Then do a stance again, then after that, well, see, all died. Wonderful, I've been like really enjoying myself. Are there any more assets I need to destroy? Well, the floor kind of like... okay, again, rumble in again, and after that, you know, Lavalanche, then why not you do a signature again? So, okay, just destroy maybe. Oh man, soon, alright, so it stands, and a rumble in. Very mobility is wonderful, uppercut as well. I've got like, you know, big numbers. Alright, okay, you can do a lot of this thing, and then just do the thing in again. The uppercuts, don't forget uppercut, you have a huge advantage on the mental power, alright? Just he wake up again, then that's it, alright? Then do a stance again, and then jump in, then you know, the 2 power, Lavalanche, as well as, well, use the gloss off, and then do the what? Signature, alright? So just drag it across and destroy as many things as possible, alright? So that was a room kind of thing. Incinerator is always hard, by the way, but that's fine. She's really tanky. I mean, that scenario was quite hard because of the floor as well. I basically ignore what's on the floor, to be honest. Usually I have to pay attention when I play other heroes, but for Rogue, it could just count her to like just stance again and rumble in, alright, and then Lavalanche, the minus stand, and then uppercut, and that's it. Alright, all of them. It's, wow, signature, how about that? Okay. So I mean, it's fun time, man. Really, I can do a stance right now, and well, I mean, you know, and a Lavalanche, and then after that, and completed. I mean, you know, this is rather really fun and enjoyable. You know, there's not even a sweat broken. There's no sweat, man, when you play Rook in this configuration. I mean, laugh all you like, but she doesn't have to really go creative on other heroes' stuff. Okay, what do I need to do? Advanced prototype. Where's advanced prototype? Well, you know what? Let me just dive in there. All right. And she can fly as well. I got flying skill, but she fly a little bit slow. All right. So well, come on, man, got stuck. Now the only disadvantage, probably by now you should be able to see, is that she doesn't really have like a teleport power in this build. I know Kiragi has the teleport power, but I mean the teleport power gives something called the dodge, and the and in reality I don't really need dodge because of the Colossus power. The dodge doesn't really help quite a fair bit. So okay, let me just go in here and the all right, maybe I just gloss off, and then after that do a signature. What the arm is the boss? Wonderful. Okay, man. Wow, what if you play a range power? Wouldn't you like, you know, really overpower the whole thing? Anyhow, wow, this thing is hitting me like crazy, man. It's a lot of like range power. Stands in, rumble in, and then after that do uppercut and just like eat the thing. And the after that I know I can do a stance. Let's see, I can go out, then go jump back in again. I'm full armor, and after that gloss off. No, there's already on cooldown. And let's see what I can do with this one. Explosion. Do I hit something here? No, probably not. Do a stance and jump back in. That's it, right? That is done. So I pick up my hard-earned stuff. Now it's just a matter of finishing the rest of them off, and the okay, do a rumble in, and the Titan, then do an uppercut here. How about that? Right. So everything is with a purpose here. You can. There's a lot of mobility when you play. You know, when you play, you know, Rook is like fantastic. I love it, man. I mean, because I like options in life. I mean, you know, like I can think, okay, now I can do like a Lavalanche, I can do like a minus Titan, go into uppercuts. You know what I mean? It's like everything has a purpose. I love this build a lot. You know, I mean, I hope you guys got a chance to check it out as well. You know, it's not hard to build this Rook. I mean, this Rook is extremely easy to build. You know, you don't need to ask anybody for help. Gloss off, and then after that do a signature. You don't need to ask people like, oh, could you log in and, you know, be a Punisher for me, or could you log in as a Doctor String for me? No, you don't. You don't need to ask like, do you have Sunspot? Do you have like, you know, the Quicksilver kind of thing? No, you don't. Basically, you just like everything, just do it yourself. You know. You don't need to rely on people. And as you change power, I mean, you know, usually when you come to Rogue, you know, it's kind of like, man, you have to get this power, get that power again. Well, you know, this build is timeless. You don't need to worry about all these things, and you know, and you just rock. I mean, you turn the whole thing and just be merry about it, right? So that's what I'm trying to say, that, you know, that's why I'm so excited, so very excited about sharing this build with you. I mean, this is probably one of my, you know, very, well, I won't say my best work, but, you know, it's something that I really, really, you know, happy to be able to share with you. And this whole bunch of, like, you know, the A machine, there is no joke, you know, to tell you, but to be able to navigate through this one, and then after that, you know, like really doing all these things, I mean, it's pretty fantastic. All right, then rumble in as well. I want to just do this turret, you know. Just show you guys how this whole rotation works. You know, very nice. And there's a priority system as well. I'll talk a little bit about it later when I talk about build. And that's it, right? Right. So upcut. So that's completed. I'll have 2 bosses to face off with me. Let's see what the bosses are going to be. All right. So it's going to be a 2 wizard. Okay, I'm going to, well, let me talk you through. I'm going to make sure I got all the buff, and after that I change to the ultimate. Maybe I can show you a little bit about Rook's ultimate. All right. So again, do the stance, and where's the boss? Wow, this is not going to be easy, man. So rumble in. All right. Close off, and do a signature. Right. So I'm just holding my breath. This is quite hard, because there's 2 wizards, and this is not really no joke. And let me do ultimate here. And do ultimate is just a matter of spamming all the button. All right. Yeah, I mean, you probably hear all these things that, you know, crash like, you know, like crazy because of the way that buttons are being smashed. I don't know why my, you know, Raging Cajun doesn't really work, but it is what it is. All right. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't understand why. But I mean, you know, her ultimate now is a lot better as well. Seems to be more powerful. And okay, so done. And now I go back in, rumble in, and after that close off, and then do a signature. Right. So that is all beautiful, man. I mean, I love playing Rogue. I mean, this build really excites me. I mean, I don't need to limp around and say, wow, you know, I'm getting hit, and I need to, like, you know, kite around. There's no kiting. You know, Rogue just destroy everything. She can eat all the damage. I mean, I'm sure there are many other builds that can do the same, but this one, man, I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of it. So I'm going to head back out, and let's talk a little bit about the you know, the build that I'm just going to share my secret with you, because I love you all, and you know, I really hope that you pick this one up. All right. I hope you have enjoyed what you've seen, and now it is the build time. All right. So now, when it comes to the build, the Marvelous Physique is a lot of powers borrowed from Miss Marvel in the past, or Captain Marvel right now. And I think some of you may already recognize some of these, like the uppercuts, like, you know, the punch is really like the haymaker. Then the Rumble Slam is really like a crash down strike. Even her Kree charge is just like the Miss Marvel charge as well. So these are very good power, and I really would recommend the 3 of them. The trinity of them is you know, the spander on this one. You know, don't need to go, because this one is buffed by the by Iron Fist support by a great deal. This whole entire tree here. So these 3 are your main spander, and this one further, there's another additional damage over time when you use Iron Fist. Support power, and you know, the Rumble Slam will further buff the entire tree once you have the Dragon Stand support. So these 3 is really what I would recommend. Her flying power is alright. It's a little bit slow. I really wish that Gazillion make her fly a little bit faster. But it is what it is. And this one is just to, you know, crowd control. Remember, it's important. But more so, I mean, you know, at least 1 point in it, because you get all the crit and defense and defect and so on. Now, the reason why I do not max this, because usually I max on the passive, because I do not think it is too good for passive. The only good thing about here is the 8%, you know, for 4 seconds when you hit with the melee power, I think, to me. The rest of it, because it does spread across defense, and so on and so forth, and I have other passive that I can afford to max out, so I put 1 point in it. And the City of Friend, true to my spirit, what I mentioned before, there's no, I mean, you know, I didn't put any power even one point here is really no need to steal from friends. Don't need to steal from friends. Steal from the villains, all right? The max out on this recoil overload is wonderful. It has the explosion as well as recover spirit as well. Use it whenever you can. Now, from the steal from foes perspective, this is where I'd like to spend some time just to talk about it and talk about the alternative. Should you want to be a little bit creative and say think out of the box, all right? Now, like I said, this is not going to be like, I'm not going to debate on whether it is the best DPS or not, because my criteria is very simple. One hotbar. I don't need to rely on any of my friends coming online and whatnot. I can easily get all this power, and that is purely my objective here, and it works out to be something good. So it's a bonus, really a huge bonus for me. Now, Osirian skin is wonderful. It's from the from Colossus. You can get that in Midtown Patrol, Midtown Manhattan Patrol Zone. When the Sinister wave come up, one of them is a Colossus. So you just need to camp there for a while. Even level 5, you can start doing it. Level 1, you can start doing it. And once you grab this guy, it's wonderful because once you toggle on, the armor absorbs a lot of stuff. Now, whether you want to max it or not is purely up to you. I choose to max it because it soaks up a lot of damage. And I found that in end-game kind of content, that become very useful. Very nice to have this sort of extra layer. Extra layer like the health layer that you could get, keep recharging sort of thing. So I find it really nice. The only thing you need to pay attention to is a dodge chance is -10. So whatever you have in your dodge chance is not going to help you at all. Everything is going to wipe to 0. And also that is also a reason why I've done away with the Kirigi teleport power, because Kirigi teleport power is wonderful. It gives you the dodge buff, but because this build I have Colossus toggle, the buff is not going to help. So I can't. I know it's not really worth it. And yes, I know without teleport it's a little bit handicapped, but I really get by, man. I mean, her charge is pretty like at a far distance as well, and I'm happy with just that. I mean, it's just a little bit of sacrifice. I mean, I could suppose, for you guys, I could suppose to have the Kirigi here, and I have a Punisher over the other side just to borrow from friends. But I just want the true to spirit of this video. No need to borrow from friends. However, if you so choose to, if you find a friend that's a Punisher, do borrow a power from Punisher and then have Kirigi with you as one point. It's fine, all right. I'm not going against it. I'm just saying that. This is true the spirit of pure villain, all right? So now, in terms of the rest of the passive, Tombstone is wonderful. It synergizes the whole entire build very well because I want tanking heroes and I want the, it buffed the Lavalanche as well. You've seen it. And it's just a bonus. I mean, I'm not going to use it as a DPS, but if I can transform some of this health into DPS, why not? And the reason why I 1 point it rather than max it is because with 1 point I get toughness, and toughness is already pretty good. Like you have the base there, or the already called toughness aura when you solo is very useful, and the rest of it just like I don't feel it scale up pretty well as well. But I don't think you need to go overboard with the defense, because with the Colossus stuff here and with the aura, I think you're pretty sorted. All right, so it's a balanced build, like I said, balanced build. And the Punisher is really, it's great. I mean, it gives you the crit and brutal. Again, I don't think it is scaled up really nicely. I think the one that really I'm looking for is accuracy team buff when I solo. So when I solo, I have toughness, I have accuracy. That is all I need, really. I'm very happy to have that. So remaining a point, I dump it there. But other than that, I don't really need that. All right. And then the 3 major DPS layer are as follow: the Lavalanche, which is from Slug in Raid. Nowadays, Raid is very easy to go in. Do check out my video called, I think it's called Raid Like a Pro. You just check out my link below, and there's a search for the Raid and Raid Like a Pro. I'll show you actually very easy with going to Green Raid, and you can borrow from the second boss. However, if you don't have it yet, you can always use Electro to start with. Electro is from, I think, ICP, you can get it. Oh, by the way, the Tombstone, you get it from ICP. So there's a wave whereby there's 3 cooks, and after that you down the cook, there's a mutant. After you down the mutant, go upstairs, is the Tombstone. Pretty easy. You just camp there for a few waves, you get it sorted. Colossus from Midtown. This one is from ICP, Industrial City Patrol. Punisher is from the Hightown Patrol. Just stay there for a couple of waves. The Punisher wave will come in, and after that the Lavalanche, like I said, is from the Slug, which is the second boss in the green raid. If you want red or green, doesn't matter. Go in as Electro first, and after that switch to a Lavalanche. I like the fact that it's been buffed by health. Then the Minus Titan, you can get it from anywhere, from ICP, you can get it from Hightown Patrol, it's everywhere. And just grab his power, very nice. You beam, and you've seen the animation, it's really fast. I love it. Boom, like that, 4 seconds. You can just keep beaming, and sometimes when you go out a little bit to take the heat out from other attack, you can beam it in, and wait for the cooldown to come off from the slam, and then slam it back in again. So it's wonderful. All this range power, 4 seconds is nice. This one is 6 seconds, all right. And last but not the least, the Kunlun style is one that gel all the builds I have together. It gels everything so nicely. It buffed my 3 major physic power, which is the on the left hand side, and buffed purely by this, like the Kunlun style. And the great thing about Kunlun style, you can even do the buff while you are doing the signature as well. While you do signature, you can buff yourself, and just every 8 seconds replenish your spirit, but more so it is buff the uppercut, the Baltic uppercut. Now and one point in Gloss Off is alright because it's a 1 minute cooldown, so I'm not a big fan of buffing a power that only have one 1 minute cooldown is pretty long, so I think 1 second is fine. Map it in the F3, so you can mouse over this guy, press F3, and then after that you become F3. F3 right click, F3 right click. F2 is my control breaker, and F4 is my flying power, and that is really it. I mean, that is really nothing to go to. Don't need to go overboard with too many powers, because at the end of the day you want to have a set of power that you can really articulate what you have in mind to the situation itself. Like, it's a lot of hits, get out, stand back in again, or get out, do the 2 range build, and then after that maybe I can beat my time, close off, I go signature again, and then while signature ending soon, I do a Kunlun style and do a buff myself, and now I know that I can slam back in again and do a stun. So it's really exciting. So I hope you get to enjoy this build. I mean, it's very easy to build, no need to be fanciful, and it's very effective as well. All right. When it comes to the gear, this is going to be a melee range, also hybrid on 3 damage type: physical, energy, and mental. So bear it in mind. So when you pick your Omega system, interstellar exploration, pick those that as interprop between the range and melee. Pick those that would give you the brutal strike kind of like buff, as well as +5 energy and strength if you do the damage type, cross damage type. So pick those Omega Nook that's really nice, and take the Goblin as well. Those are pretty nice as well. So those are Nooks that I would strongly suggest that you invest in Rogue, because now, I mean, Rogue previously Omega system is not really Rogue friendly, but now it's really fantastic, and this one is like I have 3 damage type that are all equally well. So now when it comes to gear, always bear in mind you are a hybrid hero. Hybrid hero means that you can use hybrid gear such as the Dupe Ectoplasm. So Dupe Ectoplasm is wonderful. It gives you a lot of very good proc, and the only unfortunate thing is a dodge that you're not going to benefit from it, but you win some. All right, and you may not gain everything. And the other one is hybrid gear is the power dupe, of course. Now power dupe is has a range to it when you roll. So I think 1777777 is the 1777 is the highest roll, and after that I think the 477 and I don't know, something like that. So do roll something nice for Rook, because all these 3 are very, very relevant to Rook's damage output. When you pick gear, pick something that is that's generic. So Gem Curse is very nice because it's it gives you overall kind of like damage to all the 3 damage type, range or melee, doesn't matter. Hand of Doom is nice as well. If you have something better, then use it too, because nowadays you have some Hightown artifact that may be useful. Just check out my artifact guide, the updated version. I'm still rolling for the Nino Poison. Once I get a nice roll for the Nino Poison, I would definitely use it for Rook. Now, why is it so? Because the +1 is very important. The challenge of gearing Rook is the +1. It's extremely hard to get anything close to 50. All right, anything close to 50 it's very hard. I had to farm gear really hard to get anything close to 50. I think that is probably one of the the challenge of Rook. Although, having said that, if you really stick to this build, all right, meaning that you are not taking anything from the hero side. By the way, they should actually give me a bonus for doing that, because that is actually quite challenging. There should be a specialization, like villain kind of like Rook, and should get a buff somewhere if you just pure villain. But anyway, suggestion to a Gazillion. But anyway, I mean. It's good in a way that if you farm unique gear, then the steal from friends is not that important. Having said that, I mean, because the signature lands somewhere here, you still need to have this one buff up pretty high. So yeah, I mean, this build is a little bit hard on gearing. You need to get both the friends and the foe power to be pretty maxed out. But like I said, man, I mean, it's something that is rewarding once you. I mean, it made me farm Cosmic Hightown for the entire weekend. If there was a tournament, I would be the first rank. No, I won't. But I really spent a lot of time in it because I really love what I'm having here. And I mean, I think on that note, I have this health on hit, which is a legacy decision. The best, of course, is the crit damage type, crit damage, which I may use it. But then I look at my DPS; it's already so well. I mean, I could get extra mile. Maybe I should. I don't know. What do you guys think? All right. Power Cosmic, man. I mean, that is really the best for this particular build. There's no reason for you to throw away 1000 Odin Mark to get like a grade 80 just because it's called grade 80. Because she does the 3 damage type, she do melee and range. So really, there's nothing you can take. Power Cosmic is free of charge. Just collect the World Stone. All right. Ring wise, get this one is beautiful, man. I mean, like I said, if you were like a couple of months ago, Rogue has nothing. I mean, ring. There's no nice ring for Rook, but now, I mean, with this one, I got range and melee, and if you see my range and melee always cross-proc each other, I mean, this is wonderful as well. I got all this +1 fighting, +1 intelligence. And as far as my unit is concerned, check it out, man. I mean, I pour in a lot of heart and soul, so it's 100% on the 3 power below, so it's pretty fantastic, huh? I mean, and it has a challenge point as well. Thank you, Cosmic Hightown. And again, I mean, I got the 100, 100, 100 on the last 3 as well. And I think this one also 100, 100, so it's pretty good. It's the only thing is that the signature is not 100%. But sometimes I'm still farming something. And Rumble Slam is not 100% as well, but the physic is 100%. All right, so that is pretty decent as well. +2 strength, +2 energy. Man, I mean, farming all these things is so hard. I don't know how you guys do it, man. And now after that, get something like get the crushing blow, which is important as well. I mean, there's still some red things here and there. But I mean, sometimes I really get to a point whereby I think this is the best I can get in terms of gearing perspective, because I spend so much time in it. And from an enchanting point of view, because she's a hybrid gear, I strongly suggest you do a 60 damage rating for slot 5 and slot 1. So talk to your enchanter, get the armor event recipe, and give her what she deserves, which is a +60 damage rating. Don't worry about I think it's better than the crit damage rating from my calculation. All right, and the rest of it, just do a health on her. Not necessarily need health, but then more health means better level RNG. So why not, right? As far as costume is concerned, I mean, if you have the best core, just give it to her. I mean, she deserves it. I think she is. I mean, you know how much I love magic, which is also having a red color plate. But man, I mean, Rogue, I found a build that's so enjoyable. And I mean, it doesn't have the life on hit, but I think that is still good enough. As far as the, this one, I probably need to change something here, but I happen to have quite a nice, art. I mean, I probably would change this insignia though, by the way, but strongly recommend to add a +1 to all power to give her the +1, because she really need every +1 you can get. All right, so do it for her. Get a cosmic version of the team insignia. And when this is a legacy decision from the range build I have, I will definitely get a really nice one for Rook on this one. And pet wise, just get a +3 fighting, +1 to all power, and so on, and brutal damage and health and spirit. And that is all. So thank you very much for for watching. I feel so good to share this with you because I really feel passionate about this particular build for Rook. And I know a lot of you been asking me, like, Rook as a new player is actually quite overwhelming. It doesn't have to be. You just spend some time in the petrol zone, you get all the power you need. It doesn't have to be complex to be high DPS. It doesn't have to be complex to be the very durable hero. You don't have to be a glass cannon to be strong, right? You can be very tankable and also very strong as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, drop me a link, drop me a comment below with regard to any question on Marvel heroes. I'm more than happy to answer you all. And any other suggestion for the video, do let me know as well. And have a great day. All right, now it's Cosmic Chaos event, and get some World Stone, get the legendary for Rook. She deserves your love. Bye.